This may be just a 5 minute. I'm trying to record and then put it on YouTube. Spurgeon said in Isaiah chapter 12, would God the final battle were over, well over. When will the Lord avenge his own elect? When will the long oppression of the saints come to its close, and glory crown their heads? The word salvation is in the plural to show its greatness. When God brings back the captivity of his people, Jacob shall rejoice and Israel shall be glad. Inasmuch as the yoke has been heavy and the bondage cruel, the liberty will be gladsome and the triumph joyful. The second event and the restoration of Israel are our hope and expectation. That's Spurgeon. Psalms chapter 62, verse 1. For the choir director, according to a Psalms of David, my soul waits in silence for God only. Notice that silence here is more than remaining passive, mute, but is indicative of a personal trust that is born patient and confident. Silence or continued complaining. Spurgeon said, from him is my salvation. The good man will, therefore, in patience, possess his soul till deliverers come. Faith can hear the footsteps of coming salvation because it has learned to be silent. Stop complaining, rejoice in the Lord, and stay faithful to your understanding that salvation is coming. Our salvation is no measure. Our degree comes to us from an inferior source. Let us, therefore, look along to the true fountain and avoid the detestable crime of ascribing to a creature what really belongs to the Creator. Our deliverance, our salvation does not come from government. It comes from God. Now, they rule the world, but God rules us. If to wait on God be worship, to wait on the Creator is idolatry. If to wait on God alone be true faith, to associate an arm of flesh with him is unbelief. When you say that you are trusting in government, man, magazines, books, it's an adulterous thing because God is in control. He only is my rock and my salvation, Spurgeon goes on to say. Sometimes a metaphor may be more full of meaning and more suggestive than a literal speech. Hence, the use of the figure of a rock, the very mention of which would awaken gratefully memories in the psalmist's mind. Psalm 62, verse 6. He only alone is my rock and my salvation, my stronghold. I shall not be shaken. Here's what Spurgeon said. Alone, faith alone means only, and without other help. God is the foundation and the completion of our safety. We cannot too often hear the toll of this great bell only. Let it ring the death kettle of all carnal reliance and lead us to cast ourselves on the bare arms of God. Spurgeon. Psalm 67, verse 2. That your way may be known on the earth, your salvation among all nations.